Step 1 in the perfect Bantu knot: dry your hair in a stretched state. I washed my hair, deep conditioned it, and then I applied a light leave-in. I used the Texture ID Intense Moisture Leave-In Spray. I want to use something lightweight so that my hair will dry and have moisture but be in a stretched state. If you have type 4 hair, especially type 4C hair that gets really kinky and coily and kind of shrivels up into itself, in order to achieve an elongated style, you should stretch your hair first. Now, I have low porosity hair and I also have fine strands, so a lot of times when I do styles such as a Bantu knot, when I style it initially, it takes my hair like 24 to 48 hours to dry. So I prefer to do these type of styles on stretched hair opposed to like soaking wet hair, you know, straight from wash and condition to styling. For this particular type of style, it's better for me to have a day where I stretch my hair and then following that I style my hair. I did want to have my hair braided and moisturized so that when I take my braids out, it's not dry and prone to breakage. So I did decide to use a light leave-in opposed to like a cream or lotion or milk or butter. I wanted it to be a really light spray consistency. So this Texture ID Intense Moisture Leave-In was the perfect product, and when you spray it, it's really thick and creamy, but it's lightweight at the same time. And if you have fine strands like mine, you know your strands can kind of drown in product and get weighed down and just have too much on it. So it's nice to get something lightweight but moisturizing and like have a kind of a creamy consistency at the same time. So if you kind of struggle with your fine strands, try a lightweight leave-in spray. Step 2 to the perfect Bantu knot is to moisturize and seal, and then to install your Bantu knots on dry, stretched, moisturized hair. You want to thoroughly comb through and detangle and make sure your hair is completely detangled. Once I have thoroughly detangled my hair, I use a rat tail comb and follow through with that. Now for this Bantu knot, I am going to twist the hair and then start the Bantu knot. I don't twist tight at the root because it will be too tight once you start to Bantu knot it around the hair. So I just form a circle. I use my finger to hold the center and I wrap the hair around that initial circle, and then I just keep wrapping the hair around the circle until I get to the end. As you twist, your knot does get tighter, and that is why I don't twist tight, because as you're raveling the Bantu knot around itself, it gets tighter and tighter. I do not like tight styles, so I take my finger and I just pull up on the Bantu knot to loosen it from my scalp. I always secure my Bantu knots with a rubber band. And then just move on to the next one. Step 3 to the perfect Bantu knot is to apply a product with hold. Now, if you have type 3 hair, you can probably get away with just moisturizing and sealing, but if you have type 4 hair, I would recommend after moisturizing and sealing that you apply a product that has hold. Now, I did a day where I moisturized and sealed, and then this is the following day, and I've applied Eco Gold to my hair to provide hold. Now Eco Gold gives my hair personally a soft hold, so I know that for this style it's the perfect go-to gel because it's not going to be hard, crunchy, or stiff. Now some people can get away with just using a cream such as the Curl Enhancing Smoothie, and that is thick enough to hold their hair. Like I said, if you have type 3 hair, you can probably just use a cream, unravel your Bantu knot, and rock your style. But if you have type 4 hair, I highly recommend using a product in addition to your cream and your leave-in that has not a super strong hold but a light hold, just so that you don't get frizzy hair. For me, Bantu knots are infamous with frizz. Like every time I've tried to style my hair in a Bantu knot without using a product with hold, it looks really good for the first hour, and then slowly as the day goes on, it just gets frizzier and frizzier. And if I sweat, it's gone, bye. So I always take this step. Good morning. Okay, step 4, after you've thoroughly let your Bantu knots dry, whether it be under a heated dryer, blow dryer, or air dry, you unravel your Bantu knots. And I repeat, you have to thoroughly let your Bantu knots dry. Now I personally air dried, and I air dried for 48 hours just because of the density of my hair. I know how long it takes, so if that's not something you're willing to do, sit under a heated dryer, use a blow dryer, or at least know your hair and how long it takes to air dry. So now we can unravel our Bantu knots. And also I tie a rubber band on the Bantu knots because when I sleep without a bonnet. I just sleep with my hair out and exposed on a satin pillowcase because I find that my hair dries better when I don't have something on top of it. Okay, so this is my Bantu knot. I use Texture ID in Eco Styler Gold. Eco Styler gave me a light hold as I expected. If you do want a stronger, more defined Bantu knot, I would recommend using a gel with a more of a firm hold for your hair. The Eco Style Gold is a maxed in hold, but for my hair personally, it gives me a soft hold, so that's why I selected that. But if I wanted a more defined Bantu knot, I would have selected a gel that gave me more of a max hold, and it wouldn't be fluffy and soft, but it would be more defined. So I hope you learned something from this video. I hope it was helpful for you, and please like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. I'd love to have you. But until next time, see ya.
Lead them from temptation, make them royalty. All the things we face and make us question it. Lead us to salvation, pour that oil, please. That's how we become kings.